Hello everyone. Today I am going to explain about the flip-flops. So to run the flip-flops in Cadence, firstly we have to move to digital. Here in the programs code, I have already written the Verilog code for the flip-flops. Now I'll show you how to run the program and I'll explain the program in detail. Go to digital. There take open terminal. Here just type CSH to invoke Cadence tool, then source CSHRC underscore test just to welcome the Cadence tool, and the command to launch the Verilog code command is nc launch. So type nc launch. So now the nc launch home command will be opened. Here already we have the programs, so let us delete the programs which are there in our clip. So just select the program name and delete, so it will be deleted. So clear all the programs. So I am clearing all the programs. Next, now in the programs code, here already the programs will be done. So let me take the first program as D flip-flop. So to run the D flip-flop, just select the D flip-flop and run the compiler, which is the Verilog compiler with this current location. Just click on this, the compiler will be run, and test bench is also written for this D flip-flop. So just click on the test bench and just run the compiler. Now let us see the D flip-flop program. To check the D flip-flop program, here I'll open D flip-flop program. A D flip-flop program is nothing but the data flip-flop program. So here input is the D and the clock. Whenever there is a clock, that is the positive edge of the clock is considered here. Whenever there is a positive edge of the clock, the output remains as Q with D. Q is the output we have considered here. So Q follows D only. Otherwise, it follows the negation of Q. That is about the D flip-flop program. Okay. Now let us see. The same has to be run over here. Now if you consider the test bench program, here inputs and outputs have to be considered. So inputs are considered as registers and outputs are considered as wires. So consider the D flip-flop inputs D clock and outputs as Q QB in the test bench program. So initially clock will be 0. Now here we are considering the clock with a 10 seconds delay. So when there is a 10 seconds delay, follow the same data which is given at the input. If 1 is given, 1 will be followed. If 0 is given, 0 will be followed. This is about the test bench program of D flip-flop. Now let us see the program launch. So here we have run the compiler. So now when we run the compiler in the work clip, we'll get D flip-flop Verilog program as well as test bench program. Now this D flip-flop has to be elaborated. So just click on the D flip-flop Verilog code and elaborate it. And also on the test bench program, just elaborate it. So this test bench is also elaborated, and in the snapshots we'll be getting the work clips of both Verilog and test bench programs. So just consider the test bench of D flip-flop. So here we have the test bench of D flip-flop. In the test bench, just click on test bench and launch the simulator. Just click on the simulator. So now the console simulation window will be opened. Just minimize it. Don't close the console window. Just minimize it. And now elaborate the design browser. Here we get D flip-flop simulator test bench. In the test bench, we have written both the inputs and the outputs. D clocks are the inputs and QB are the outputs. So here just right click and say send to waveform window. So a waveform window will be opened here, and here we have to give time delay. Here I'll give 400 nanoseconds. So after giving the 400 nanoseconds, here all the inputs and outputs are mentioned. Just click on run. See, whenever there is a clock, see here only for the first 4 pulse it is given. So whenever there is a data, there will be a data in Q, and QB follows the inverted output. So this is the inverted output QB. Q is the same output which is given in the D. So both D and Q are same. If you could observe, this is the positive edge. Whenever there is a positive edge of the clock, whatever the data we have given, the same data will be followed in the Q, and the inverted one will be followed in the QB. This is about the D flip-flop. Thank you for listening.